another you. Ooh, I can't breathe like this. No, ooh, suffocating me slow. I'm sinking underneath your love, but I can't get enough of you. Ooh, I can't breathe.
Welcome, guys, to race week 8 of the ORL. We are at Indianapolis Motor Speedway Road Course, first of all, running out in the Ginettas. The guys will be going out for their qualifier. We've got 1 or 2 missing, but a strong field of 13 races tonight. Hope you enjoy.
Yeah, that wheel. You'll get used to that wheel.
Well, I've had a few on this course, and I'm about 2 seconds behind per lap. So.
Seems like James Dudley has forgotten how to use that steering wheel after a couple of weeks off. Back from his holiday, and let's see if he can put in a performance tonight. So we're on board at the moment in the blue car with Part Pooper Rex, who's currently leading the championship, sitting 8 points ahead of Craig E28. Obviously, he's clocked a decent lap at the moment, sitting him up in second for the qualifying. 5 minutes, just over 5.5 minutes remaining. Craig is sat there 2 seconds behind, and historically, if we look back at the races, Craig has actually got the second highest points out of all of the drivers in the championship table out in the Ginetta car, seconded only to Big Blue. Renner's racing out there in first currently. In the overall tables, he sits in fourth, 70 points in the Ginettas. He has got 3 fastest laps and 1 pole position out of all his races. I'm not sure from which races those were. So you got him up front. We've got just over 2.5 minutes remaining. So Renner's in first, Part Pooper Rex in second currently, Craig in third, Kino in fourth, Big Blue in fifth, Objects, RJ Dale, Bill, Bradley, James Dudley back in 10th, and Signstad in 11th. The table currently sits number 1, Part Pooper Rex. Number 2, Craig E28. Number 3, Big Blue. 4, Renner's Racing. 5, Bill. 6 is Kino. 7, RJ Dale. 8th is James Dudley. 9th is Ollie Boy. 10th is Objects. Then we've got Bobby Dazzler, Greener Army, Signs Dad, and Bradley. Top 3 races, or let's go top 4 in the Genettas. Big Blue, number 1, Craig, number 2, Part Pooper Rex, number 3, and Renner's Racing in the 4th position after 8 weeks in the Genettas. Craig and Part Pooper Rex are holding quite tight together. If you look at the lap times, Renner's Racing's got 3/4 of a second lead over them. From top to bottom, we've got a 3.5 second gap. Let's go and get another look at James Dudley. Has he got his mojo back? Has he settled in after the holiday blues? Doesn't look to be any damage, so it doesn't look like he's crashed his car yet, which is a good thing after some of the ruckus that we've seen in previous weeks. Oh, he's shaved 3/4 of a second off that lap delta. How's he going to finish? Here he comes, coming up to approach the finish line. Will it move him up the table? Last chance, obviously 4 seconds left of the qualifier. Only finished 0.1 of a second ahead of his best lap. So it doesn't move him currently. The 1, 2, 3 currently is Renner's Racing, Part Pooper Rex, Craig, then Kino in 4th, Objects in 5. Big Blue 6, RJ Dale, Bill and Bradley take us from 6 through to 9. Those boys are all in the pit, so they're done. We're waiting on a lap time coming in from Craig and one coming in from Kino. And then James Dudley and Signs Dad have also got chance to finish this lap. Welcome to all our viewers out there on Twitch, YouTube and Facebook. Give us a little follow if you haven't seen the racing before. We run in 10-week blocks, so 10 races or 10 race nights per season. Each race night consists of 4 races. The Genettas are out first, and then the guys will race in the front wheel drive Clios. Then they go out in the touring cars, and then for the final race of the evening, they go out in the touring cars with a random lap positioning. So no qualifying, it's a random start on the final race. All the other 3 races have qualifiers. And after that, there is no major change in the setup there. Okay guys, that's us back. We are on the grid. So, Again, I'm going to sit with Craig. He's normally really fast off the grid and could make up a couple of positions. It's always very interesting going into the first corner. So we're going to chase cam with Craig. Let's get his map and speed up so you guys can see the track. Ironically or ideally, Renners, Part Pooper Rex, Craig are three top racers. Big Blue back there in 6 is also a fantastic racer. So again, be worth maybe just sitting back and we'll keep an eye on that. Kino holds his own. It is normally sitting sort of 4th place. So here we go. And it off. So you can see already Part Pooper Rex taking the lead over Renners Racing. Craig's got some speed and may come up on the outside here. Let's just drop back. Got RJ Dale there, up all into this first corner. All nice and tight. Up. Cars on the inside. Somebody just went then. Who was that? Part Pooper Rex went. Okay, we're on board with Bradley. Bradley's currently sat in 6th position. So Renners Racing is out there in the front with roughly about a second ahead of 2nd position Craig. Object sat in 3rd. RJ Dale sat in 4th. Kino's dropped a position from the grid and started back in 5th. Big Blue is sat in 6th, who's just overtaken, and Bill as well. Both have overtaken Bradley through that corner. James Dudley's moved up into 9th. Part Pooper Rex, obviously, who was at the front of the grid, has dropped back into a 10th position, with Signs Dad bringing up the rear, keeping a close eye on him. So it's going to be interesting. Part Pooper Rex can power back from here. Very confident racer, often with high skill level. So here we go. Part Pooper Rex up into 9th already. He's overtaken Dudley. Bradley's next one to... Oh, Bradley's gone as well. Bradley's been taken. And you got Bill and Big Blue next. These guys are more bunched up than the front. Obviously, Renners Racing about a second behind Craig, who's then about 1.3 seconds behind RJ Dale. And then from 3rd position down to 5th, where Kino is sat, we've got about another second, less than a second as the guys come in. Whoa! There was a bit of contact there from James Dudley. Right, the contact was from Big Blue. I think that'll lead to a steward's inquiry. James Dudley's picked up back into 7th. Part Pooper Rex right on the tail of James Dudley. No major changes up front, so we'll stick with the guys here out back. There looks to be more action, more excitement for us. Part Pooper Rex has just overtaken James Dudley on the inside just before the corner. It's currently then chasing down Big Blue in the white car. Bill hot on the tail of James Dudley and Part Pooper Rex. So have a little look. Kino on the tail of Objects, who's chasing down RJ Dale in the orange Ginetta. There he goes. Kino going to make it on the outside there. Over into the straight. Kino's got the speed. This could be a nice little manoeuvre into the corner. Last one on the brakes is going to lose a position. And he's got through. Manages to shoot through there. Got a couple of little bunches at the front and the back, yeah? So Kino's back into fourth, just behind RJ Dale, who's behind Craig, who's behind Renner's Racing. Renner's Racing still got 0.86 of a second lead over Craig. Sounds a lot, but let's just see what it looks like. That lead's now increased to 1.2 seconds. Third place is now 4.5 seconds behind our leader, Renner's Racing. Kino up on the inside. Ooh! Oh, that's a pen from all four. Let's get back a bit. Ooh! That will... Oh my golly, look at these guys go. That'll definitely lead to a steward's inquiry, and I would think that somebody will be getting penalised there. We'll just have to highlight that for later when the guys come to do their infraction lists. That has dropped Kino down into 6th. Part Pooper Rex, in fact, 7th. Big Blue is overtaken and it's now sat in 6th position. Part Pooper Rex in 5th. RJ Dale in 4th. Objects in 3rd. Craig in 2nd. No changes at the top. Let's get back to the Big Blue. Part Pooper Rex, RJ Dale. Bit of a gap. We've got James Dudley, who's now overtaken Kino as well. I don't know if he's taken some damage, but he's dropped from 4th down to 8th. So he seems to be losing some major time with that. And then we've got Bill, Bradley, and Sign's dad. I'm sure there will be some goings on from that. Thankfully, we're not listening to the driver's comms, and as I'm sure there would be some language in there that we might not be able to broadcast. On board with Kino, who's chasing down James Dudley, who goes wide on that corner. What happened there? He's lost 2 positions, eh? So Kino goes through, Bill goes through, James Dudley back in 9th. Kino's chasing down Objects, who is just out on the left of Big Blue. Then we've got Papa Rex and RJ Dale just up front. Craig keeping it to around a second gap behind him and Renner's Racing. Fantastic driving by Kino to get through that gap of all those cars. And he creeps back up into 4th. What a race for him. Papa Rex is in 3rd. RJ Dale has dropped down to 5th. Here we go. We've got Big Blue there on the inside. Ooh. That was Kino going off the track there. So Objects comes through. Big Blue comes through. Kino drops back to 6. Welcome, Coat of Rights. What are we looking at? Seal Dog? Not quite getting the emojis. You might have to spell it out for us, but welcome to the stream. Craig has managed to pull back within half a second of Renner's Racing out there in front. These two keeping hot on each other's tails, even though the rest of the field is a good 10 seconds behind them. Having had previous weeks where these two drivers will race neck and neck within 100th of a second of each other, toe to toe, they've got a bit to go before they get that close. So, Part Pooper Rex in 3rd. Big Blue is sitting there in 4th with Kino in 5th. Kino looking like he's got a bit of speed down the straight. We'll be going down the straight into the right-hand turn. Has he got enough momentum to get him in there and get around that corner before Big Blue comes in? Kind of want to watch from Object's point of view just to see and make sure that we don't have any more contact. They managed to get through there nicely. So we're sat with Objects, who's currently sat in 6th position, 15 seconds behind our race leader. RJ Dale is about a second or so behind him as well. Then we've got Bill, James Dudley. James Dudley hot on the tail of Bill. Bradley just coming up behind them and signs that 30 seconds behind after lap 6. So, objects coming up on the inside of RJ Dale. He's taking him. He's taking him just before the corner there. Can he hold the position? Yeah, he seems to have held that position. He's now chasing down objects. Sorry, Big Blue. Kaino's chasing objects. And then they're both chasing Big Blue. Big Blue out there in the white Ginetta. Just under 5 minutes left of the race. Currently on lap 7. Right, let's get back with Craig and Renners. They're less than 300ths of a second between each other now. Craig's done a fantastic job to close that 1.5 second gap that we had earlier. A great fight between these racers, or certainly Craig last week. Overtaking each other, and then Craig just managed to pit past right on the finish line of the last race last week. Real exciting last lap. I think they must have overtaken each other 4 or 5 times on that last lap, with nobody else anywhere to be seen. It made for some interesting racing. Got these two right up front, and then we've got a Part Pooper Rex sat in third, and then we've got a bunch of racers from 4th position objects right through till 9th position Kino. That's Big Blue dropping back. I don't know if there was contact there. Oh, who's gone off? Is that Bill's gone off the track as well? He might be getting done for track limits later. Oh, that's James Dudley going on the outside, taking out the cones in the green Ginetta. On board with Kino. He's going to take Bill on the inside. Slow too much. Bill's gone off the track again. Bill chasing. Big Blue's managed to take Kino as well there. Alright, Big Blue and Bill. Oh my golly. Bill and Big Blue. I think... No, they're not. I don't think they're teammates. Who else is off there? Bradley got taken out there as well by the looks of it. Bradley, our newest racer to the league. Settling in well amongst the lads. Back on board with Kino, who's chasing down his constructor's partner, James Dudley. Dudley chasing down RJ Dale, Objects, and Part Pooper Rex. So in the final moments of this race, lap 10 was sat out with Rennes Racing in front, who's got roughly half a lap left to go. He's being chased down by Craig. Part Pooper Rex and the rest of the pack then are quite a way away. So Object sat there in 4th. RJ Dale in 5th. James Dudley chasing him down, but I don't think there's going to be much of a change there. He's got Kino, Bill, Big Blue, Bradley, and Signs Dad. Oh, let's get it on the straight. This is what he done last week. Craig, will he make it? Will he make it past? No, he's just pulling back. So Rennes Racing finishes by a gnat's hair in front of Craig, sorry. Part Pooper Rex is going to pull 3rd position back. And then we'll see Objects come across the line with RJ Dale following behind him. Dudley's going to finish in 6th with Kino coming up around the last bend for the finish. Big Blue's going to finish in 8th. Followed by Bill. Followed by Bradley. And Signs Dad just chasing him down. Fantastic race, guys. Big well done. Look forward to seeing the stewards come out with their pen and papers later. So that finish after race 1 will allow Craig to close the gap a little on Part Pooper Rex, who going into this week 8 round was 8 points behind Part Pooper Rex. Let's see if we can get some show on the go for you here. Music by Tom Harrison. We gratefully thank you for the page. Right, here we go, table. This is how it stood just before that race started. The update tables will come out probably tomorrow. School inquiries happening and any penalties being added. I will leave you with our sponsors on the screen and the music from Tom Harrison. See you back.
I
So, guys, we're out in the Clios for round 2 of the evening, or race 2 of the evening. We're going to lock on to Craig for this one. Always does very, very well in the Clios, so it's going to be nice to watch how he does it and gets around that track. I will leave you in peace for a few minutes, and you can just enjoy the ambience of his gearbox grinding. Okay, so that's our qualifier done. We've got Rennies racing out in front, followed by Big Blue, Part Pooper Rex, RJ Dale, then Craig, Kino, Bill, James Dudley, Science Dad Objects, and Brad. Okay, so that's us on the grid. We are following with the chase cam on Kino. See how he starts off the grid. We've got the ability to adjust quickly should we need to and get up front, but a bit of a slow start there from Kino. So how's Craig doing? Yeah, Craig's got a bit of pull. RJ Dale and the other guys bunching up there. Here we go. Big Blue seems to have a bit of power. Can he get through that gap? Yeah, so Big Blue takes it out front into that first corner. Whoa, bit of a squash between the guys there. And it comes out being Big Blue, followed by Renner's Racing, followed by Part Pooper Rex, RJ Dale in fourth, Craig sat in fifth, Kano in sixth, Bill, James Dudley, Science Dad, Objects, and Brad. So quite a close push. Renner's Racing really punching it behind Big Blue here. Looks like we could get an overtake. It's going into the left-hand corner, and Renner's Racing's got the speed. Renner's Racing's managed to pull past Big Blue. Part Pooper Rex coming up fast as well on the inside, and Part Pooper Rex takes Big Blue as well for the second. Big Blue takes it back. Big Blue manages to keep it in front, leaving Part Pooper Rex sat in third. Followed by RJ Dale in fourth. Here's a 1, 2, 3, 4. Renner's Racing, Big Blue, Part Pooper Rex, followed by RJ Dale. Craigie 28 just following those four. Get back into the corner. Have we got any changes? Ooh, caught too tight there by and nudged off the track as well. Oh, that was contact and span out of the track. That's just cost RJ Dale to lose a lot of ground, and I think again that was Big Blue causing the incident. So we got Renner's Racing out front, nearly 2 seconds ahead behind Part Pooper Rex, followed closely now in third position by Craig. Nope, Big Blue's taking third back. Craig's in fourth. James Dudley close as well. Ooh. James Dudley being hit in the rear by his partner in crime, Kino. Nice little bit of action and switcheroo going on here. Craig coming up that straight. Will he manage to get on the inside round this bend? No, hits the brakes early. Big Blue's gone sliding round the corner, still managing to keep the position over Craig. James Dudley hot on the tails there with Kino coming up. Bit of a gap there. Okay, so the rest of the race has got a bit of a gap behind. Who's we got off? Big Blue off the track again. I think he'll be getting investigated for track limits after this. That's 2 races in a row that it's caused some incidents and also track limits. James Dudley up into 5th on the outside there of Big Blue. Okay, so the guys are coming up to the end of lap 2. James Dudley is chasing Big Blue, who is chasing Craig. Then Part Pooper Rex, and we got Renner's Racing out in first. Renner's Racing about 1.7 seconds ahead of Part Pooper Rex, who is behind Craig, followed by Big Blue. Sorry, we'll always go quiet because with some of the incidents we've seen this evening from Big Blue, we think that he might have been having a little drinky poo before the race. His reaction seemed to be a little bit slow this evening, but all will be investigated by our race marshals after the race. Dudley chasing down Big Blue, who is hot on the tail of Craig. A little bit of a gap opening up between Part Pooper Rex and Craig as well. So about a second and a half from 1 to 2, another second and a half from 2 to 3. And then we've got a bit of bunching up between sort of 4, 5 and 3. So here's a 3, 4, 5. Craig, Big Blue and James Dudley. After not performing too well in the Ginettas and also not a great start off the grid, James Dudley has come back and is sitting nice. He's just managed to take 4th position from Big Blue, who's now dropped back. Kino will be looking to chase him down next, although Kino's getting pressed by RJ Dale there. All the racers coming up for the end of lap 3 and just going into lap 4 at the front there. So we've got RJ Dale chasing down Kino. Who's got the speed? Let's have a little look. No, RJ Dale certainly got the speed. Will he have enough track to make that overtake manoeuvre? Will Kino hit the brakes too early? Obviously, Kino's got the inside line on him. He's staying wide, so he's kept wide. He's managed to do Kino there. Yep, fantastic bit of racing. He's through. Next to Beyond the Big Blue, Kino being chased down by Science Dad as well there at the back. Right, let's get back on with Big Blue, who's chasing James Dudley, who is then chasing Craig. Unusual to see Craig this far back. He's normally really, really tight with second and first position. But again, there's a good second and a half, nearly 2 seconds there. 3 seconds if you want to go from the front, you know. Welcome to everybody watching across Twitch, YouTube and Facebook. We're coming to you live from Indianapolis Raceway. As we've spoken about earlier, this is race 2 of 4. Race 1 guys are out in the Ginettas, they're out in the Clios in race 2. Race 3 is the touring cars. Race 4 is a touring car with a random grid. And that's the setup for the races each week, 4-race format in that order. So, Big Blue is pushing James Dudley. Only takes 1 lapse of concentration to see positions changed and people flying off the track. So, we've got 120 miles an hour. These guys neck and neck. Look at that. This is the view from James Dudley's car behind Craig. We're going to stick with these guys because they're just so close together, the 3 of them. Big Blue's backed off a little bit. James Dudley pressuring Craig. Will Craig make a mistake? Will he manage to hold his nerve and keep 3rd position? Currently lap 5. The guys are coming up to the halfway point of lap 5 at the moment. We've got Renner's racing out front. Parpooper Rex in 2nd. 3rd is Craig. 4th, James Dudley. 5th is Big Blue. RJ Dale sat in 6th with Kino in 7th. 8th is Science Dad. Objects in 9th. 10 is Bradley. And 11th is Bill. Right, here we go. Dudley has managed to take Craig on the inside. Craig's going to take him back. Craig's got him back. Oh, Big Blue's managed to squeeze through that gap as well. Dudley lost a lot of time through that corner, and that's just dropped him from 3rd to 5th. We're obviously watching now. Big Blue's pushing Craig. We've got the right, and then the left before going on the long right, sweeping up to the finish line or start line, which will be the start of lap 6. We've got 6.5 minutes roughly left of the race. Okay, here we go. Sweep and bend, round up onto this big straight. Who's got the speed? Big Blue, 100 miles an hour. Match neck and neck in terms of speed between Craig and Big Blue. So I'm not seeing much of a gap change there. And obviously Dudley is obviously losing ground further because of the speed advantage that the guys have got coming out of that straight. Will he manage to close the gap? Did he hit the brakes too early? We'll soon know. So like 6. No, he seems to have pulled a bit of time. Oh! Go Dudley, get through there. So we're watching the 3-4-5 between Craig, Big Blue, and James Dudley. James Dudley pulling a bit of speed there. Can he hold it into this straight? Coming up to the end of the 7th lap now. Still watching Craig in third, Big Blue in fourth. I was going to say Big Dudley then. James Dudley in fifth. So Big Blue's gone past Craig. James Dudley fighting with RJ Dale right on his tail. We'll drop back a little bit to RJ Dale just so that we can see the goings on. Keep an eye on these 4 races, which is where all the excitement's going to be. Parpooper Rex is only 3/4 of a second behind Renners between the 1-2 up there. But we've got 4 guys fighting for position here. That's it, Renners has taken... No, James Dudley pulls it back. Manages to hold his position. For the brief seconds there, RJ Dale managed to overtake him. Oh, and that is our race complete. So, Renners Racing finishes in first with Parpooper Rex in second, Big Blue in third, Craig in fourth. James Dudley manages a 5th place. RJ Dale kind of signs down objects, and Bradley. So guys, the next race up will be the touring cars. Let's get a bit of music on from our friend Tom Harrison. Enjoy. we're going back out on the track now with our touring cars. So 5 minute qualifier. Let's see who finishes where. Sorry guys, don't know what happened there. We seem to have lost audio for a while. Out in the lead at the moment, we've got Renner's Racing, followed by Part Pooper Rex, followed by Craig, Objects, RJ Dale, Bill, Kino, James Dudley, Signs, Dad, and then Bradley bringing up the rear. And Renner's Racing brings it home for the win, followed by Part Pooper Rex, followed by Craig, followed... Ooh, nice. Bit of fun there across the line with the guys. I think that's Craig on his side, is it? Yeah. Nice bit of action. So the guys are just going to get ready to go into the last race of the evening, which will be out in the touring cars again in a random grid. So, lap 3 is 6 of the last race. We've got Big Blue out front, followed by Renners Racing, followed by Part Pooper Rex, Craig in 4th, Bill in 5th, Kino in 6th, James Dudley in 7th. Signs Dad, RJ Dale and Bradley bringing the 8, 9, 10. Dudley's got a fair gap to catch up on, Kino chasing Bill's tail. We've got a bit of a bunch up between position 2 through till 6. About 2 seconds between them all. Nice bit of driving through the chicanes there with Kino. Can he take Bill on this corner? Oh, he takes it too tight, catches the grass and plants a wall. I'll allow Dudley to catch up a little bit. Bill breaks away. So the 1-2, Big Blue up front with Renners Racing in 2nd. Just coming in, completion 3rd lap. We're going into lap 4 now. That's halfway marker for the race. Renners Racing chasing down that straight. Being followed by Part Pooper Rex, who's being followed by Craig. So we're at the final lap. Big Blue out in 1st. Renners Racing just over 2.5 seconds behind, and Craig is finishing 3rd at the moment. Just shy of 4 seconds in Part Pooper Rex, Kino, Bill, Science Dad, RJ Dale, James Dudley, and Bradley. Race complete. Big Blue takes it, followed by Renner's Racing, followed by Craig. Oh, a nice crash. Oh, even more. Watch them all come in. And that's Bradley across the line. And that's our final positions. So Big Blue finishes out in first, followed by Renner's Racing, Craig, Papa Rex, Kino, Bill, Science Dad, James Dudley, RJ Dale, and then Bradley. That is going to leave the leaderboard looking interesting because we obviously, before the night started, we had Papa Rex, followed by Craig, followed by Big Blue. Obviously, that win could help Big Blue pull back a few points. Bill is up there. Bill's got a few points. We've got RJ Dale, James Dudley, and Ollie. Ollie's not here, so obviously he'll be potentially staying or dropping where he is. And James Dudley could pull back a position over RJ Dale. Although RJ has had a decent performance tonight, so we'll get the updated tables out to you guys tomorrow, and we'll see where they are after this evening's racing. So next week is week 9. We will be live on the air from 8 o'clock again. We hope you are available to join us, and hope